Hat in Time is cute. I really just have to start with that. It's adorable, funny, cute, fun, adorable, clean, oh, and adorable. I know I'm repeating myself, but honestly, this is the cutest game I think it could possibly be, without being too much and being lame. Did I mention already it's cute? Seriously though, A Hat in Time provides tight gameplay, amazing platforming, several engaging worlds with wildly varied biomes and atmosphere, and even combat mechanics that, while rather simple, rarely detract from the balance or enjoyment of the game. Honestly, the way the different elements are balanced together is a masterclass in game design. The simple combat complements the occasionally complex platforming perfectly, while the light but crucially strong enough story glues everything together just enough to provide a truly satisfying and enjoyable experience. The only real problem I had with the game was the less than stellar camera, which caused frustration fairly regularly and caused me not to be able to see what I was doing more times than I feel is acceptable. I think that, like a lot of other elements of this game, they were going for a similar vibe to Mario Sunshine. Unfortunately, with the camera, they didn't quite make it, as it wasn't nearly as free-roaming as you would expect, especially compared to Sunshine. This was all compounded by a frankly baffling decision to make the camera snap button make the camera snap to looking directly at the player character rather than snapping behind them, as with literally every other third-person game in existence to date. This is a real shame as well, as without this, there would be no big problems with this game at all. This problem is compounded occasionally when the game tries to point you in the direction of something you need by drawing a line from where you are to what you need. But if that line goes off screen to a place you can't pan the camera, it's almost impossible to see where it went. It's a frustrating oversight which threatens to ruin the game on occasion, but luckily, it's not quite common enough to be a deal breaker. As with most games of this type, I do feel the difficulty curve is wonky, as often later levels of early worlds are harder than early levels of later worlds. But this didn't feel nearly as egregious as it does in Mario, and crucially, even the harder challenges never felt unfairly so, or even particularly frustrating. I do have to say that I love that the formula is flipped towards the end with free roaming worlds that don't hold your hand or tell you where the timepiece is. They merely give you a very vague idea in terms of direction and allow you to explore. Not only this, but the accessibility options remove this function if the player wants it, creating a customizable experience to suit the player's preference. This is excellent game design and is genuinely great to see. Another place this game gets massive bonus points for me is how the experience can be tailored to the player's difficulty preferences. The game can be made significantly easier by activating what the game calls accessibility options, while badges can be easily purchased from merchants that can make the game significantly harder if the player wishes it. These could be anything from severely muffling the sound of the game to making the game one-hit kill, and crucially, these badges can be easily turned off and on in the menu, allowing for a truly customizable experience. A Hat in Time clearly takes a lot of inspiration from both Mario Sunshine and Mario Galaxy 1, as gameplay-wise, it sits almost exactly between the two in my opinion. If you liked those, you will almost certainly like this. But honestly, if you like 3D platforming adventures, this is well worth your time. Big bonus points if you enjoy adorable but amusing narratives and visuals. If you don't like cute, maybe swerve, but otherwise, a big thumbs up from me.